Hello, I'm MK Davis. What you're looking at is a frame from the famous Patterson Bigfoot film, which comes in all types of quality, depending on the copy that you're looking at. But these are of very good quality, very close to the master copy. And recently, Mr. Todd Gatewood from Oklahoma has been assisting me with the film using some of his skills that he developed that improve a good film, a good picture, very much. And I'd just like to comment on that and talk about it just a little bit. This is frame 323. On the right there is one that I did years ago using filtration. On the left is the upscaled image, which is not AI. It's just the sweat of the brow. A person who has learned what moves to make through trial and error, and to do it in increments, small increments, so that you could bring those images that have that kind of murk or they just not quite there on focus, to tighten those up and bring them into a sharper image. Not with the view to create anything out of the image other than what is already on the image. You cannot do that to a bad image. You have to have a pretty good image to work with, and then the good image becomes a great image. Excuse me. Let's just take a look at this, and this is a point of controversy for Mr. Gatewood. He's run into this, is the ear right here. And you can see, gosh, the flowing patterns and the hair on the back. Oh, wow, that's something there now. Anyway, it shows the ear, oddly enough, where the ear is supposed to be anatomically. I had actually found the ear using the filtration method. On this one, it doesn't just leap out at you, but that's it right there. Actually, I found it in other frames better than this. You can still see that hair sweeping. This is not upscaled at all. It's just filtered. Those same patterns are identical. That's why I say that this gentleman has improved the film tremendously, and should be recognized for that. He clarified it. He didn't invent anything on it, and he was able to demonstrate that these very good photos contain a lot of information. Let me see if I can get this to move over here. There we go. Just for comparison here. Just take a look. The upscaling is, it's just something wonderful. It really brings the film to life. Whenever you take a film with a lens that's only so big, you have issues with several things, and one of them is angular resolution. In other words, the film all the way across the aperture of the lens. If it's the wider it is, the sharper the image is, and the more angular resolution it has. Patterson was dealing with like a 1-inch lens. Still, it produced some very good video, very good film. And the filtration method worked pretty good with it too. You can see an awful lot of the same things. Now I'm going to show you something else. Let's see here. Let's look at the hair. Open with. I think that I can do that. Uh-oh. Every time I try that, Microsoft tries to hijack the program. I have to wait on it. X out of it. Let's try another. All right. Hair knot animation. Let's just look at that. It says filtered image. That's looking at this top knot right here. This hair that's been tied up in a bundle down the back of the head. It's hard to see in the low resolution film, but you can see it pretty good in certain frames, and then with filtration even better. Every version of this film has something to offer, but as you get close to the master, it begins to really pop. Now, I thought I had this already up. Hair knot, top knot. That's not it. Let me go to another one. There we go. I'll put it in over here. Let's look and see if this one. There's the raw image right here. Let's just take a look at it. There's a little what I consider to be a braid, or possibly a dreadlock that's been, the wind has picked up and brought it up on the side of the head, exposing the ear, which is right here, which it only stayed up there for just a few frames and fell back over the ear. You lost sight of it, and then he walked away. But there's the ear right here. You can see it very well. That's that little braid right there. The raw image. Everything that's in this one right here is in this raw image. That ear is sitting right where the ear is supposed to be. Now move over to here and look at this. Same thing right here. There's that hair that's been blown over. It goes like this right here, and it's laying, the end of it, it ends in a braid, which is falling down over the cheek right here. You can't really see it right here, but that's where it's headed, to the front of the face. It exposes this ear. You can see it really well in this frame. Let's go over to his. There's where he was able to locate the ear, and it's sticking out right there, exposed. Right after all this fell back over it. So people complain that they can't see an ear. They complain way too much. They don't know the film. They say that you can't see any cleavage in the buttocks, but you most certainly can. And I think these better versions of the film are just dismantling all these objections, and this upscaling is really helping do that. So there it is, my friends, the ear of the Patterson subject. I can take this one right here. I can hit even raw without doing anything to it. You can still see that ear right here. Oh boy, if I can keep my hands off the buttons. There it is right there. All right. The filtered images just show an awful lot. That is a very good way to treat the frames to where they give up their more subtle things, become more dominant in the picture. All photographs are the middle of the road, and if you want to see something better, you use filtration. Now in this case, you use upscaling so that you can see better what's on the creature. You're not interested in what's behind her on the sandbar or up on the mountainside. So you let those things end up where they end up, but you want that subject that's standing there to pop and to show the details. And here you see that. All right. The ear of the Patterson subject on more than one frame, but it didn't last because all that hair fell back over it. It doesn't have an extraordinary ear. The ear is human-like, maybe with not as much of an earlobe. I noticed that. Just kind of a milder. It doesn't hang down as much as some. I guess I don't know if that's a characteristic of a Bigfoot or just happened to be that individual Bigfoot, that were like that. But that's where more study is needed. All right. Well, you folks, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you realize you're looking at something special. And, don't give Mr. Gatewood a hard time about this. He's done everything right. I believe that it kind of looks like it's wet, like water has dripped down. See right in here, and you see it over here too. You can boost the contrast, maybe see it better. Hold it. all of this right you see right in there shows up in the filtered image. It looks like there's water. Yeah, so Mr. Gatewood is I'm sure he's got a pretty thick skin anyway, but he doesn't deserve to have, to everything called into question as if he were trying to hoax or fool somebody. Not the case. You can embrace this. He's giving you a clear view. He's, stay tuned because there's more coming down the pike there. All right. We'll see you folks later. Thank you for your time.